Book title: Rebirth as the Billionaire's Seventh Wife. Written by PurpleLight. Chapter 8. We found Miss Rory. Recovering from his shock and denial, Alex picked up his cell phone and called Patrick again. He asked him to find out which hospital the police were taking the SUV driver to. He needed to see it to convince himself that the driver was not Aurora. He refused to believe that it was her. "Alex, why are you sure the SUV belonged to Sister Rory? Can we wait for a while? The person I asked to check the crime scene hasn't called me back." Patrick's voice trembled with fear. Although he already knew the answer, he was too afraid to tell Alex the truth. Alex's growl made Patrick freeze. He could only press his lips tightly and wait for further instructions. "Patrick, have you lost your memory and failed to recall who you are? For God's sake, hack the CCTV on the street. Track Aurora's car after she left my parents' house. I think there's footage from another car passing by or..." Alex's voice trailed off when he remembered something. "Alex, okay, I'll check again," Patrick hurriedly responded. Later, only the clack-clack of his fingers dancing across the keyboard filled the air as he hacked into CCTV cameras along Pine Hill Road. However, shortly after, Alex spoke again, distracting Patrick. "Can you see my car's cam? What about Rory's car? She drove her Volvo today," he asked. "I can see her cam from here but can't see Rory's car." "Well, that's impossible, because she refused to connect her car dash cam to my system." Alex's shoulders slumped upon hearing Patrick's answer. "For now, please check my car's cam. I believe we recorded the crime scene. I need you to check the plate number. I hope you can still see it," Alex ordered. Alex ended the phone call after a brief conversation with Patrick and rushed back to his room to cool down. He needed to take a cold shower to clear his mind. Just the thought of the SUV driver being Aurora made his head feel like it might explode. "Sir, the SUV driver's car was crushed between the road divider and the truck. The driver was trapped inside his burning vehicle. He died instantly at the scene." Alvin's words started echoing in his mind and frightened him even more. Alex stripped off all his clothes and stood under the cold shower, his mind still clouded by the incident near his parents' house. He didn't know how long he had stood under the cold shower, but he felt his mind was no longer as restless as before. When he emerged from the bathroom wearing only a bathrobe, he was surprised to find Alvin standing in his bedroom doorway. He halted his steps when he noticed how pale Alvin's reflection had become, as if all the blood had drained from his skin. "Sir, I'm sorry to open the door without permission. I tried to call you, but you didn't answer. Patrick also tried to reach you, but you didn't respond." Upon seeing Alex's furious expression, Alvin's voice trembled as he felt his hand grow cold and numb as if it were holding an ice cube. "Sir, this is urgent. We found Miss Rory." "You found her?" Alex stammered. Where is she now? Is she all right?" He still had high hopes that the driver who died in the car accident was not Aurora. "Yes, sir, we found her. The SUV driver was indeed Miss Rory. We have confirmed that the vehicle's license plate number matches hers." Alvin paused when he saw Alex nearly slumping, but he caught himself against the wall beside him. He continued, "A few minutes ago, a police officer called to inform you about the incident through the landline. I spoke to him, and the driver is indeed Miss Rory." Alvin's voice caught in his throat. He is still shocked to learn that Aurora is no longer with them. She is dead. Alex clenched his teeth when he heard something he didn't want to hear. He refused to believe it, but Alvin's last sentence made him lose hope. "A police officer called me? How do they know I'm connected to Rory?" "They called because Miss Rory's name is linked to your household. Naturally, they will contact you as her family, sir." Alex felt his knees grow weak. He nearly stumbled but grabbed the dresser beside him to steady himself. How could he have forgotten? Aurora Moon was not just his assistant, she was like family to him. "Sir, are you all right?" Alvin panicked and rushed to help, but Alex raised his hand to stop him. "Please prepare the car, Alvin. I need to go to the hospital." "Yes, sir." Alvin nodded before quickly leaving the room. Alex collapsed onto the floor, struggling to breathe. He clutched his chest tightly, feeling a pain as if life itself were slipping away from him. "Rory! How could you leave me like that? Why didn't you say anything before you left? I can't let you go. You must come back to me. Please return. I need to apologize to you." His voice trembled and his eyes felt blurry. Although all the evidence pointed to the fact that Aurora was dead, his heart still refused to accept it. He needed to go to the hospital to confirm the truth. Feeling lost, he slowly walked to the walk-in closet. "Uncle Moon, I am deeply sorry." He said each word with pauses as if saying each word was heavy and painful. Although he is terribly hurt, Alex decides to visit his parents' house to deliver the condolence message directly to Aurora's father rather than by phone. At the White Tower apartment, Aurora finally fully realizes and accepts that she has returned to this world as a new person, a young woman in her final year at a prestigious university in this country. She lives with Tina, her nanny, in this apartment. She was grateful that God gave her a second chance to start fresh with a new life. However, her new life still seemed entangled with her previous one. She returned as Alex's seventh wife. Aurora found it difficult to believe and understand that a marriage contract with Alexander Graystone now bound her. Taking a deep breath, Aurora walked over to her study table in the corner. She needed to check the news online about her accident. She wanted to visit the location where they had taken her body to see it for herself and, of course, to catch a glimpse of her father. You can read this book online on Webnovel.